Good afternoon. This is Paula Ward, aka Tutu Fit Mama. Tried to do a live today, but unfortunately my internet connection to bed. It is snowing in Bolton, so that's what happens. Basically, my chapter this today was about basically building confident kids. You know, I think growing up, I was expected to do chores. I was expected to help out my dad. Do work on the house. He had no boys, unfortunately. And basically, they made us pretty confident that I could do stuff that not everybody else could. It wasn't an option, it was just what was expected. This chapter was about creating autonomy and confident kids. And this is very interesting. Basically, the more confident we make our kids, the more we trust them, and the more basically the more things we'll let them do, and they'll get excited about that. They will work for us. They will help us out. They will be more excited to do things because the choice they make is their own. How do we achieve this? We need to be strong. It's going to be a hot mess for a little bit. Some people are going to push back when you take away the rewards for chores. But basically, we just need to love them. We need to stop bringing their lunches to school. Not necessarily lunches. I kind of have to draw a line on, do they forget their medicine and do they forget food? Our school does have school lunches, so I know that if they need to, they can go get that. So I've kind of got to draw the line. Homework that they forgot to put in their bag. Basically, we need to stop kind of saving them from their failures, because they will learn. If they forget that homework, have missed recess, or maybe can't, or they forget their shoes and now can't go out for gym or can't go out to play with their friends, they're going to remember next time to pack that in their bag. And honestly, even though it's killing us at that moment, the end result will be a lot better. She talked about Wendy Grolick, who did research with moms and babies. She would put the moms and babies, I think she said she had about 8 in a room. Some were dependent parents, some were autonomous parents. And she took them out and then put the babies back in by themselves. And what she found was the children that were raised by autonomous parents, they could complete tasks faster, that they were more interested in getting it done rather than struggling to kind of find a way to complete the tasks. Basically, as parents, we need to guide them, but let them learn how to do it on their own. It basically creates creativity. Self-worth, that their way, even though it's not the same as ours, does a great job. We just need to create new habits. So they're talking about how to basically create new habits in your house. A perfect example is homework. You get home from school, you want a snack. How about you sit down, you get your homework done, and when you're done with that homework, you can have your snack, or you can play the Xbox, or you can play Legos, or you can go run around. And basically, this cue, routine, reward is a way to kind of organize your behaviors. I did include a graphic in my blog about how being a controlling or hover parent is detrimental to your kids' health and development. And actually, it's very interesting, some of the like the psych and developmental disorders that will develop if they're not allowed to kind of figure out the world on their own. She talked about the difference between a controlling parent and an autonomous parent. A controlling parent offers advice and suggestions before you let the kids kind of take their own way. Basically, we're here to offer guidance, not to basically control them. The point is not to learn a task. The point is to learn a task, not be perfect. I think we need to think about that when someone actually helps us clean the dishes, when someone actually helps you do different things, because it may not be the way you do it. And if they come out dirty, they're going to have to learn they have to stack it differently the next time, because now they've got to rewash the dishes. There's just little things that they'll learn on their own. And at this point, parents, we are teachers, and we need to look for teachable moments, and that's it. But not say, do it this way, or if you put the dishes in dirty, rinse them beforehand. Different tips we can add, but they can figure out on their own how to do it the best way. Basically, rewards for behaviors. Autonomous parents basically Don't reward for behaviors like cleaning the room and everything like that, because it's expected. The family all has responsibilities. I don't get a reward every time I cook you dinner, go grocery shopping, wash your clothes. And so the family's duties as a whole are everybody's responsibility. I think that I don't give them a reward, but when they go to the movies on Friday, I don't have a hard time offering them to be able to go, because I know they've been working hard all week. Basically, controlling parents offer advice before it is asked. We need to value the process. It takes time, and even if it may take a little bit longer, the first time or second time or third time, they will get better at it, and basically, because it's their choice, will be more proud of themselves in the end. A lot of times kids don't want to fail. They don't want to think that, oh my God, if I don't do this right the first time, my mom's not going to love me, so I'm not going to do it at all. And then we just, as parents, swoop in and do everything for them. Basically acknowledge their feeling of frustration. We were there too, we know. And encourage them to solve their own problems in a way that is theirs. Our love cannot be contingent on performance. This will hurt their sense of security and fear of abandonment. This is very much common sense parenting rather than forced parenting. One of a friend had shared this actually this afternoon when I woke up on Facebook. It was an email she had gotten from J.P. Narbonne. I don't know who he is. I'll have to look that up. Basically, he writes, or she writes, I don't even know who it is. Based on your children, praise your children for their efforts in a world that values taking the easy way out. Praise your children for their positive attitude in a culture of negativity. Praise your children for their resilience in the face of adversity. Praise your children for their empathy, selflessness, and caring in a sporting culture and really a world that values me first and has a win at all cost attitude. But even more than that, and I feel this is huge, love and be proud of your children just for being children. That we need to show as much praise when they work through something that's hard than when they get a good grade. The love kind of has to be the same, and praise them for not giving up. It made me think of basically when you have a kid who's playing baseball and they want to come out because they're throwing balls, and you just get them to stay in, to not give up and kind of get through that, because that could be anything that relates to life. So anyways, that's my thought on today. I hope this was helpful. In the blog, I have the infographic on however parent dependency parenting and how a lot of, because we're not making competent kids that can kind of handle their lives on their own, what are some of the results of that? So sorry this didn't continue as a live. My internet is not working. It's snowing, so have a great day. I hope this helps you live your best life. Maybe helps you navigate being a parent a little bit better and better options to make your kids self-sufficient, so eventually they will leave your house. That is the goal. So have a great day, everybody. This is Paula Ward, a.k.a. Tutu Fit Mama.